There was a moment where there was a hint of hope for DC's Dawn of DC initiative, where maybe things were actually going to turn around for DC Comics after Future State, Infinite Frontier, all this crap was going on. Some of the characters were returning more to their roots, like a Flash was doing pretty well. Green Lantern kicked off pretty decent. Superman seems to be all right. But everything keeps getting just sidelined for all these stupid events. Obviously, it kicked off with Lazarus Planet. Then a couple months later, we're into Night Terrors, and now we're going to have more events coming up in 2024. And DC Comics are going to call this like the new Trinity of Evil. They've got some mid-villains that they're going to try and elevate. I do not believe this will be successful. One of them has been around for quite some time. The other one, I guess, has been around for a while, but nobody's done with. And then the other new Trinity of Evil is a character none of you have ever actually seen. It's never actually made an appearance in a comic book as far as I know. And I really wish I could be like, man, this looks great. You know, this is something that we should all be excited for. And if you are excited for it, I'm very happy. I'm not excited for this. It feels like more of the same. I remember You're the Villain. What an absolute disappointment that was. It just kind of stalled out the entire line and ruined really good runs. And I don't know, just kind of was the end of, I guess, DC Rebirth. Then we got into Dark Knight's Death Metal. And then we've had all the Josh Williamson events that have basically been the same thing over and over. But we're getting more evil in 2024. And I think I had it right at the very beginning where I was like, I don't think Dawn of DC is going to go where we want it to go. Now let's get into the details of this new DC Comics Trinity of Evil. Dawn of DC brought numerous changes to the DC universe, and DC Comics just revealed a few more dark developments coming beginning this December. According to a DC Comics press release and a special preview, superheroes and supervillains alike will be fighting to retain their humanity or risk turning into uncontrollable animal versions of themselves. From the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh stirring up more mischief for the Dark Knight, and Amanda Waller's twisted plans for the DC Universe, to the Braniac Queen taking over Superman in Action Comics, there's plenty of excitement in store for the publisher's fans. So that is the new DC Comics Trinity of Evil. Doesn't exactly stand up to Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Doesn't even really stand up to, I guess, like Joker, Lex Luthor, and let's say Darkseid. I would say that's really the Trinity of Evil that we've known for some time. Although maybe instead of Darkseid, you throw Sinestro in there. I could take that one as well. Doesn't exactly stand up to those great villains out there. Certainly not to the heroes themselves. Amanda Waller, Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, and Braniac Queen. And I've been talking about this. You know, I do the solicitations videos over on the Patreon. It's kind of exclusive to there. And every time I see Amanda Waller's name in a goddamn solicitation, I just stop reading. Because it's so overdone right now to DC Comics. Amanda Waller is absolutely played out. I understand there was a very good portrayal of Amanda Waller in a Suicide Squad movie, but that was like fucking 7 years ago at this point. It's not really a hot character or a hot villain, but they just stick her in everything, and no one ever even bats an eye. No one even notices anymore because she's so overexposed within the pages of DC Comics. So yeah, I'm not going to get excited about Amanda Waller. I'm absolutely Batman of Zur-En-Arrh out. Just after Chip Zdarsky's Batman run, he's been talking about Batman of Zur-En-Arrh almost from the beginning. And who cares, man? It was an idea from Grant Morrison a long time ago. Wow, you mined something from Grant Morrison. It doesn't mean that there should be like a major villain out there. It's an aspect of Batman that could be interesting if you explored it in an interesting way, but Chip Zdarsky hasn't been doing that. But apparently he's coming to the forefront. And are they going to remove Batman of Zur-En-Arrh from Bruce Wayne, or is Bruce Wayne just going to be evil with Batman of Zur-En-Arrh inside of him? And then obviously you get the Braniac Queen. I bet you'll never guess who came up with the Braniac Queen. Could it be the same guy that just keeps coming up with these stupid generic female versions of villains throughout the DC Comics universe? Like, get a new fucking idea, Josh Williamson. I mean, I guess Insomniac was his idea, so that one was a little bit different, but he just keeps going to the same well over and over. You hear the name Braniac Queen, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely brought to you from the mind that thought up of Shush, the new female villain in Batman. And, you know, I'm just tired of Josh Williamson doing events. Every fucking event this guy has done just absolutely sucks. None of them are good. Yet he's the guy that keeps doing all the events, and he's going to do the big Batman event in 2024. We do have some more details on these characters and what they're going to be up to. Amanda Waller has a vision for the DC Universe in Titan's Beast World. Waller and Dreamer create a new Task Force X, with some of DC's most dangerous villains and powerful heroes. While the members of their new team still remain a mystery, it is all but certain that they bring mass chaos to the DC universe. Amanda and Dreamer's devious plans kick off in Action Comics 1060 and Titans Beast World Tour Metropolis #1, both available on December 12th, 2023. Well, mark that one on your calendar. Ooh, we get Dreamer and Amanda Waller together scheming up things. What a dream match of villains or whatever. Like, no one even knows who Dreamer is. That's a stupid character off of the Supergirl TV show, and she's scheming with Amanda Waller. Who asked for an event from Tom Taylor, first of all? Oh, I know exactly what Amanda Waller's doing because she's in every fucking comic book at DC these days. Oh my gosh, she's unleashing Beast World. Are you excited about Beast World? Are you even going to buy that damn comic book? Is anyone reading Titans? I read the last issue. Guess what the Titans are fighting? Deforestation in South America. Wow, that's really up there on par with the fucking A-list superhero team in the DC Comics universe. They're going to plant more trees. Could you make the Titans seem less significant if you planned it out? I don't believe you could. That's how bad it's been. The Batman of Zur-En-Arrh continues to evolve. Bruce Wayne's poorly thought out backup plan, the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, continues his reign of terror in Batman 140. In the story Mind Bomb, Zur-En-Arrh finally reveals his sinister plan for his pursuit of justice. Not only will the Dark Knight have to deal with this evil counterpart, but he will also have to face a brutal battle with his biggest foe, the Joker. And in 2024's story arc, Dark Prisons, Batman 145 through 148, Bruce will reluctantly reunite with someone from his past in order to have a chance at defeating Zur-En-Arrh. Dark Prisons, I wonder if that's in the mind of Bruce Wayne where they're going to be fighting each other. I don't think I saw this comic book from Tom King called Nightmares. This is not exactly like a new idea or something that hasn't been explored lately. But apparently that's going to be one of the Trinity of Evil, so I guess that takes one of the Trinity of Good off the table because he's going to overcome the mind of Bruce Wayne. This story, I wish would just kind of go away. I'm not enjoying the Zur-En-Arrh stuff. You can have a plan, but if it's not going anywhere, sometimes it's best to just ditch it before it takes over your comic book and kind of ruins everything. So nothing to get excited about there. Finally, the Braniac Queen takes over Metropolis. The 6-part story House of Braniac takes place in both Superman and Action Comics, where the Braniac Queen will make her debut. The storyline not only pits the Man of Steel against Lobo, Braniac, and the Green Lanterns, but also his very own family. DC Comics also has a special one-shot in store for fans featuring Superman and Braniac. Oh, great. We're going to get to see Superman fight the Green Lantern Corps, Lobo, Braniac, and his entire Superman family. Well, that'll be a lot of fun. Maybe I can watch Clark Kent beat the crap out of his son. That'll be great. Or maybe he can beat up his cousin. Maybe he can swing Power Girl like a baseball bat, hit John Kent, and knock him directly into the sun. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. Oh, I haven't seen anything like this lately with any of the comics of DC. I didn't see it at all in Batman Gotham War, where we had Batman beating up his kids and stuff like that. Like, this stuff doesn't get exciting. I imagine the Green Lanterns are talking about aren't John Stewart and Hal Jordan. Wow, there's more to Braniac. There's an entire house of Braniac. That's going to be so much fun. It's almost like the House of L. It's another regurgitated idea from Joshua Williamson. This is the fucking reason that we removed Philip Kennedy Johnson, who was absolutely destroying fucking Action Comics and doing something great in there. We removed it so Jason Aaron, one of the shittiest writers in comic books, can tell a fucking bizarro Superman story, and then Josh Williamson can do another fucking bloated event that no one wants to read. How many times does Joshua Williamson get to fail on an event comic at DC before they realize maybe you're not the event guy, maybe you're not Jeff Johns, maybe you're not Scott Snyder, maybe you're just a nobody that can sustain a decent ongoing series but shouldn't have too much on his plate because he will drop the fucking ball so spectacularly. I was really excited when they said there was going to be a Braniac event. I thought it was going to happen at the end of 2023. Obviously, it's happening in 2024. Oh, it's Josh Williamson taking over Superman and Action Comics? Never mind. It's not awesome. In fact, it's something none of us probably need. And just, God, I want to be so excited because I do love DC Comics. I love the heroes. I love the villains. But the new DC Trinity of Evil, a bunch of mid-villains no one really cares about. You know, all these story arcs. Beast World, absolutely stupid. Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, already played out its welcome. Don't really care about that. And then, yeah, I will get excited for a Superman Braniac event until I find out Josh Williamson, the guy behind Night Terrors, did it. And all the other stupid events, Infinite Frontier. Oh, God, I don't even want to remember all the stuff that he's done that's been so bad. So, I don't know. When something comes out that sounds juicy and exciting, I will be excited, but I cannot fake the funk for something as stupid as DC's new Trinity of Evil. And I think I had Dawn of DC. I think Jim had Dawn of DC pegged out pretty early on, where we talked about, did they already destroy the line? Is the concept already failed because of what they are planning to do with it early on? Turns out it's only gotten worse over time. There's also a link in the video description.